Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Monday, October 12th, 2020. This morning we saw the markets gap up again. I believe this was the sixth up gap in a row that we have seen, and they were fairly quiet off the open. We got a couple attempts at pushing lower, which never really developed, and then we have been off to the races once we started to make new highs. So we've got a trend day developing here on this Monday to start out the week. And what I wanted to do this afternoon is take a look at what has happened historically when we get this type of trend activity on a Monday. So let's go into Discover and take a look. So I'm going to go into Discover here and I'm going to select all four instruments. We're going to use an intraday time-based entry that'll get long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll exit at the close of regular trading hours, which is 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Next, I'm going to go into the opening filters, and I'm going to say that we opened above the prior day high. So I can do that by either just coming to this box that says opening area and hitting equals next to open above prior day high, or I can grab it from that active today section where it is listed. Next, I'm going to go into post open filters. And I'm going to say that we opened in the bottom 25% of the range, and then at 3 p.m., we're trading in the top 25% of the range. So that kind of creates the trend day-like activity. So I'm going to come in here, open versus intraday range, open in the bottom 25% of the range, and then intraday close versus intraday range equals next to close in top 25% of the intraday range. Next, I'm going to go to indicators, and I'm just going to use a single indicator here of above a 200-day moving average. That'll keep us with as many samples as possible. And then lastly, I'm going to go into the calendar section, and I'm just going to click it's Monday. So grab Monday over here from the active today section, and then hit view results. And here we go. So these are the results of going long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time and exiting at the close 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when on a Monday you gap up above the prior day high, and then you get directional price action where you're opening in the bottom 25% of the range and you're trading in the top 25% of the range as of 3 p.m. Eastern Time. This is happening above a 200-day moving average. Historically, the S&P has 25 samples here, the NASDAQ 29, the Dow 27, the Russell 21. So similar sample sizes across all four instruments. And when we look at the win rates, we'll see 3 out of the 4 of them are fairly bullish, and then 1 of them is a little bit weak historically. So the S&P is the strongest at 72%. The NASDAQ is the weakest, 41%, and it's the only one that is under 50-50. The Dow coming in 59%, and the Russell a little bit stronger at 62%. So if we look at it as a group, majority of these are favored as we look at them for win rates, which is basically looking at where is the close relative to the entry price, which is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If we look at the average win to average loss, you'll see that the S&P, the average loss is just a touch bigger than the average win, but they're fairly similar. They're fairly similar in the Dow and the Russell as well. The NASDAQ is the only one that really has a larger average win than average loss. So NASDAQ has the weakest win rate, but when it wins, it has won more than it loses historically. And the other ones are all fairly similar in average win size compared to the average loss size. So hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck the rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow.